Well, we've caught them. No, seriously, we have caught them. The Hollywood trades are trying to change the narrative when it comes to Snow White, hide the flaws, the failures, and what was going wrong behind the scenes when it comes to the production of the movie. Now, we have the receipts. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will show you with clarity the changes being made live and in real time to articles trying to hide what's been going on with Snow White. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we continue to pull back the veil and show you that things are not totally well with the entertainment industry. Explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve, it is what we do, and we do it with a zeal that the Hollywood weirds can feel. Folks, as we get started today, consider clicking the like button. We'll get underway, and you're not going to believe just how much we have caught the Hollywood trades trying to change and wipe away what really has been happening with Rachel Zegler, Disney, and more. This is a video you cannot miss. Here we go. This is from Marvin Montanaro. It is a joint project by he and Vash Sky, Vash being on the panel, Marvin not this evening. And this is huge. I want to commend both of them for managing to pull this off. The only way this was possible is that screenshots were being taken as the article was published. What are we talking about? Well, we're going to explain. The Hollywood Reporter quickly edits comments about Snow White Dwarf's controversy, reverses course to fit Disney's PR narrative. Uh-oh, somebody told the truth, and somebody turned out to look a little bit dopey as a result of it, but not that dopey, because that's way too dopey. By the way, that character is so freaky looking. Anyway, something strange just happened in the ongoing Snow White disaster, and it raises serious questions about Disney's influence over the media. The Hollywood Reporter recently ran an article acknowledging the many PR struggles surrounding the upcoming Snow White remake. One of the most notable sections detailed how Disney originally cast a diverse group of actors of various sizes and genders to replace the seven dwarfs, something that was widely mocked when leaked Snow White set photos surfaced, the ones we showed you earlier. The article even admitted that after backlash, Disney pivoted and made the dwarfs CGI to resemble the original 1937 characters, continuing right along. But then a very short time later, the Hollywood Reporter edited the article. The updated version now claims that reports about the seven dwarfs were erroneous and that director Mark Webb always planned for them to be CGI. This sudden revision seems like a blatant attempt to erase Disney's earlier mistake. And it turns out, folks, that we have the screenshots to prove that the Hollywood Reporter was changing things. It says, for months, Disney remained silent about its disastrous handling of the seven dwarfs, hoping audiences would forget the entire fiasco. But the Hollywood Reporter's original article finally acknowledged what everyone already knew. Disney tried to modernize the dwarfs, faced backlash, and then pivoted to CGI when it blew up in their faces. Folks, you can see the screenshot right there. Vash, walk us through. How did we find out that THR was making changes on the fly to try to maybe appease the mouse?
Yeah, so immediately when I saw this, because I saw it hit my X feed almost immediately when it was put out, which was fortunate, and I called Jonas actually real fast and said, "Oh, you gotta get on this. They're talking about who they had originally cast for the dwarves and that whole kerfuffle with these guys right here, what we just showed on screen. You remember these, what do they call them? Magical creatures is what they call them?
Yeah, I call them dirty hippies, but you call them magical creatures if you want.
Right, exactly. So Jonas was actually kind enough to take a PDF of this entire webpage, and you can see right here on the original article, right at the bottom here, Disney, let me see here. Let's see, it's right. Yeah, the production likewise originally cast a diverse group of actors of various sizes and genders to play the seven dwarves, which was met with uproar and mockery from purists when set photos leaked. The characters were then reworked with CGI to appear like the dwarves in the original film. And so, fortunately, when Jonas actually took that PDF share of this specific webpage, we were able to preserve that original reporting. Now that has changed. So this is the official Hollywood Reporter page on this specific article. If we scroll all the way down, it's just a blip, folks, and it kind of comes out of nowhere. And it's well, how they did it, I think was.
What does it say now?
It says, there were also erroneous reports regarding the Seven Dwarfs. From the outset, Webb intended for them to be CGI characters based on the 1937 film. Go ahead.
Wait a minute, Vash. The erroneous reports from the Hollywood Reporter from the same article?
Huh. Isn't that interesting?
Wait a minute. I smell propaganda. And we would have got away with it too if it weren't for those rascally journalists. You know, this is so funny. We actually do our job here. Good job on Jonas on getting the PDF. Good job on you, Vash, for noticing this, and good job on Marvin on getting the article up. Let me go to Lauren first on this. Lauren, we actually now can see in real time, and Vash, if you'll go back to the original now, please. We can watch in real time the editing happen to change the narrative in Hollywood. Lauren, why do they care this much? Like, what is it that they care about? Why can't they just admit we had some dirty hippies? People didn't like the dirty hippies. We pulled a sonic CGI and we decided we're getting rid of the dirty hippies and we're going to go with these ugly monstrosity things. Like, what is this?
It's like the article says, they need to get this over with as quickly as possible. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're still doing a theatrical release. I think the smartest move for them would have been just shoveling it straight onto Disney Plus, because that way you wouldn't have to listen to the box office talk about how it's doing for ticket sales. You wouldn't have the canceled red carpet talk. I think the only reason that they're putting it out in theaters is that they already made a big deal out of the fact that this is the live action remake of the first Disney animated movie. And I think that may be the reason that they haven't quietly just shoveled it onto the streaming service.
Nolan, can this get worse? I mean, what else is there that can go wrong with this movie? It's like if you got tired of Zegler being controversial, then we switch to, let's blame Gal Gadot for being Jewish. And now it's like, hey, let's do some live edits and get caught changing the story about how this thing fell apart. How many more ways can it go wrong, Nolan?
Well, Rachel Zegler still has a mouth, so there's still a lot of things that can theoretically go wrong. But yeah, no, I've never seen Disney tuck their tail and run so much before, like cancel a red carpet premiere. I think the narrative for this is going to be, it's going to come out in the theaters, they'll push some marketing for like a week, and this is going to be the next Home on the Range. Like, it's going to be there, and then they're never going to talk about it again. It's going to be like the Black Cauldron. They will never, in any means, my God, ever speak that this thing was a failure. They will never accept it. Bob's going to try to swing something if the question ever comes up. And I don't know, maybe he'll find like a fifth dimensional way to blame JPEG or something like that. But you never know. I remember a few years ago when the Little Mermaid remake came out, and I went to see another movie. I couldn't remember if it was Across the Spider-Verse or something like that. But they had one of those big cardboard displays out promoting the Little Mermaid. And I remember, like, the cardboard was, like, damaged, so she was, like, kind of sinking and falling off onto the ground. And I'm like, oh, I see God's getting involved with this. This is poetic. So don't worry. Something can go wrong at this premiere. I'm sure something crazy, like a fire will break out or something. So give it time. There's going to be news articles to write. Don't worry.
Well, you know, that premiere, Nolan, that you bring up, the limited access premiere and so forth, and how they changed this late in the game as Variety first broke, and then That Park Place. Marvin was amazing enough to get an article right immediately talking about that. The last time that had happened, because I remember you saying, I've never seen this happen before, and I never heard of it happening before. But the Hollywood Reporter actually did the digging and found out the last time that was actually conducted was for The Flash. And we all know how that turned out.
Hey, let me read this segment that you've got pulled up here, Vash, and then I want to get Kevin's thoughts on this. It says, they've been going through the motions on Snow White, all but saying we need to get this thing over with. An exhibition source tells the Hollywood Reporter. An advanced sales cycle of less than 2 weeks just screams we have zero faith in this thing. And it couldn't come at a worse point when the industry is just trying to lip along to May. Now, that seems like just a straightforward statement, but there's something buried in this that's fascinating. Kevin, if you look at the movie release schedule, what this says to me is that, at least for this exhibition source, they don't think the next Marvel movie is going to be what saves them. If they're looking to May, it may be that they think Lilo and Stitch is going to save them. Yeah. And I think, Kevin, and you tell me what you believe about this, I think the comparison here is important. I don't think that many people before this year saw this coming, where the big live action remake from Disney was not Snow White and Zegler, but it was a bunch of unknown actors taking on Lilo and Stitch. I don't think the industry insiders saw that coming. What say you, sir?
No, I don't think so either. Listen, this is the scramble is rooted in the sense of now your failure is complete. This has been the dud of duds, and now it's just one of those things where reality has a bad habit of shattering delusion and hubris to itty bitty pieces. And Marvel is tanking. Thunderdolts is not going to give them what they need. Cap came and went, and no one wants to pretend to remember it. Snow White, you outrage marketed the movie for 2.5 years, was not paying attention to the cultural zeitgeist, and now you have to pay the price. The Seven They Thems was a disaster. And you have one of the dwarves looks like Richard Nixon. This is not going to go well. So at this point, I say just stitch up the wound and keep it moving and hope that no one does anything stupid until Lilo and Stitch comes out.
Kevin, emphasis on stitch up the wound.
Hey, Culture, they've been trying for a long time to hide these dirty bandits. Why, Culture? Why? What were they thinking when they originally did this? I mean, look at you.
No, but here's the thing, Pro, and I'm glad you grabbed the article because
you sent it my way behind the scenes, folks. All credit.
No. I'm glad you grabbed it because to me this is very telltale. This went back all the way in 2023 when they finished filming Snow White and Disney's Snow White for the first time.
Right, which is to say, by the way, Culture, they've reshot this. I mean, this is an entirely new movie.
In full. And that's kind of the point. I mean, every time they try to deny that these 7 dirty hippies didn't exist, they get called out for it because the story was entirely different than
totally
the story.
Different movie.
Yeah, exactly.
This is 2 movies they've shot. At least. And interestingly enough, I mean, it's just all of her comments have been embarrassing towards what the original film was from 1937, and her calling it out for being 80 something years old or whatever she said. She's really dumb. She says things like, at least I didn't have to bleach my skin for the role. And she's very happy to be a Spanish speaking Snow White that doesn't belong in the story. And she's like, people, this is her quote. I'm quoting her. This is a social media quote, folks, saying people are making these jokes about ours being the PC Snow White. Yeah, it is, because it needed that. You cannot get rid of your past. This is the thing about the internet. And it's what I love about what you guys did. Why Marvin was so on top of things. Why we have a team at that Park Place that comes together and just grabs things. Like we screenshot. Wait a minute. Hold on, Culture. You're going against the motto of Lorne, and he's right beside you. How many times has Lorne quoted that famous movie where they say, kill the past if you have to? You're telling me that can't really wait, Lorne. I don't think Lorne actually says that quote. And it's not actually a good movie. I'm so sorry, Lorne.
Well, I mean, it is the sequel trilogy, so Lorne is not a big fan. But I will say that honestly, you can't kill the past. The internet wins. Kevin pointed it out. It's just you're going to lose because we're going to beat you because we have everything on our team. And this story, if you are a VIP member right now, this is one of the stories you have to read tomorrow. There's a list of them. The VIP section is growing, and I cannot wait because I think there may be a Blake Lively. We might cover that actually tonight.
Might have to cover it. One thing's for sure, folks. This was I got to give all credit to the people who did this. Vash and Marvin and Jonas. The fact that they grabbed that article and made sure that it could never disappear, it means that we can see, and folks, go check out this article. It means that we can see in real time the propaganda being made. That's right.
I'm tired of it. And that's the thing. It's like, that's one of the reasons I'm very proud to be here, because we go out of our way to capture the lies and then talk about them, because it's always going to be, oh no, that's definitely not the right PR direction to go. We've been seeing that just so often. So I just want to say, well done, Vash. Well done, Marvin. Well done, Jonas. And it's hard to say well done, Jonas. You know what I mean?
It is difficult, but every once in a while he earns it. And folks, let the credits roll for this one. Well, it is in the bank. We are done here. We're over and out. But before we go, there's one thing we must shout to you, and we do it in the kindest way possible. Folks, it would be such a pleasure if you could consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, and that notification bell. Click it, stick it to the algorithms. You bet. Don't forget also, as you get ready to leave, drop a comment down below if you have not yet, for we would love to know what's on your mind. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. Join a community dialogue. Folks, as we get ready to leave, we say to you, and we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and no matter what the world might do or what your station might be, up or down, you keep having fun.
Jump into
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.